Hi everyone, welcome to TubeTalk for the 4th of December. Albert is indisposed today, so I've taken the reins. I can't guarantee I'll do as good a job as he does, but I'll do my best. We're trying a different format today. I'm being recorded remotely by Dion in Wellington. How are you, Dion?
Good, Matt, and it's a pleasure to dial in from the Go Racing engine room.
Where it all happens, eh?
It is. And starting with you, Matt, in the mainland, and you'll be there this afternoon at Riccarton.
Yeah, looking forward to getting along to Riccarton this afternoon for the Twilight meeting. It's a beautiful day here. In race 2, we've got Alicera, who's a first starter in the maiden 2-year-old and older 1,200 metres. He's had the one trial this time in, trialled very nicely down at Ashburton over 1,000 metres. He's probably a horse that's looking, or that will pretty quickly be looking for more distance than the 1,200 metres. He's drawn the outside gate today, which does mean he will need a bit of luck. But we've got Samantha Wynn in the saddle, who's riding in very good form, and I can see him. He's probably going to have to go back from the start, but I can see him finishing the race off strongly, and I'd have to rate him an each-way chance. I think he's a horse with plenty of upside.
Good one. And then we have Severine in race 3, back in grade after a very good run last start in the Canterbury Breeders' Stakes.
Yeah, she was very good that day. That was the middle day of New Zealand Cup week in the Canterbury Breeders' Stakes. She was racing well out of a grade against some very well-performed horses. She was caught wide on that day. It was a bit of a hard watch, to be honest. Caught 3 and 4 wide for the entire race over 1,400 metres, but fought on really, really well. She's drawn the outside today too, with Kozi Asano in the saddle. I don't know what we've done to upset the people down here, getting 2 outside barriers with the 2 starters, but she'll go back. But if she brings the sort of form she showed in the Canterbury Breeders' Stakes, I think she can be right there at the finish today.
Great. And then also today over to Kensington at Randwick, we have Sacred Sweet in race 5 and a last start failure, Matt, but a chance to bounce back.
Yeah, he's a horse. Prior to last start failure, he was racing in very good form. Chris took him to Sydney, gave him that last start. He's in the benchmark 72, 1800 today. He is drawn it out a bit in barrier 11, but I don't think that's an entirely bad thing. I think he may have just been ridden a bit handy last start. He's got a 2-kilo claimer and Thomas Stockdale riding today. He'll get back, but as long as he can get organised and relax nicely in the race, Thomas will put him into the race at the right time. And I do think, he's going to have to lift on what he did last start, but I do think he has a chance and look for him to be finishing the race off strongly.
And then one you're probably looking forward to, Matt, the mighty Mooberers, race 7, resuming over 1,400 metres after last racing in July.
Yeah, really look forward to getting him back to the races today. He's had 2 trials to prepare for today's race over 1,400 metres. The last of those was just on Monday over 900 metres. Obviously, that trial was well short of his best, but he was strong through the line. He will be better with this race under his belt, and as he has stepped up in ground, but he's drawn beautifully in barrier 2 today with James McDonald in the saddle, and I think he's capable of racing well in a fresh state today.
Nice. So here we go. Saturday at Trentford, Matt. 2-year-old runners, both in the 100,000 Wakefield Challenge Stakes.
Yeah, Group 2 race. Great to have 2 runners in it. Whether Callicident starts is going to depend on track conditions. Obviously, a lot of rain in Wellington earlier in the week, but the track has improved. It was a heavy 7. It's improved to a heavy 10. It's in the slow range today, and hopefully it's another fine day in Wellington, and there's plenty of drying. Callicident, she's had just the 1 start. She just didn't handle a heavy track at Otaki. She's drawn barrier 4 with Samantha Wynn in the saddle tomorrow. As I say, track conditions dependent. But I do think if she does strike a suitable track, we can see a big improvement from her tomorrow. Our other runner in the race is Silky Red Fox, who's had the 2 race day starts. He's run 3rd on both occasions. He did get through the track okay at Otaki in that same race Callicident was in when running 3rd. It was a good 3rd too, track wide throughout, but hit the line strongly. So track conditions not so much a concern for him. Jonathan Parks to ride, and I think he is a good chance once again.
Then we're up to Ellerslie, race 7. We've got Hazabro, rating 74 over 1,400 metres. He's well drawn and 3 kilograms, claiming apprentice, booked to do the riding.
Yeah, Wiremu Pin in the saddle, which means he gets down to a weight of 54.5 kilos, well drawn in barrier 5. He's raced well at Ellerslie previously. the rail there is out 8 metres, so it does often favour horses racing near the speed, and that is Hazabro's pattern. He'll be planted right on the speed throughout. His 2 runs this time in have been very good. He was galloped on last start, when finishing 4th. But I think he's paying around the $14 or $15, and I think that's very good money for him.
Then we have 2 in race 9, Mighty Aslan, and the rating 65 over 1,500 metres. Very unlucky last start, Matt.
Yeah, he missed the start badly at Counties, probably by a good 3 lengths, which meant he was always up against it. But he won a super race when running 6th. He was finishing the race off very strongly, and with luck on Saturday at Ellerslie, I think he's a very good each-way chance. Looking at the fixed odds just before, he's paying $14 and $4.20, which I think is super money. Drawn barrier 3, Andrew Calder rides him again, which I think is a help. And as long as he jumps the gates and is close to the speed throughout, I think he can run a good race, and I think he's a very good each-way chance at those odds.
And deals done, maybe unlikely, needing 2 scratchings to make the field?
Yeah, he's just awkwardly off at the handicaps at the moment. It's been a frustrating few weeks trying to get him started again. So we do need the 2 scratchings. There hasn't been any at this stage. So just keep an eye on whether he makes the field or not. He is drawn out, but if he does get a start, he will be running. He's likely to get back, and look for him to be closing late.
And then finishing off at Rose Hill, we've got race 4, Wairiri Falls, stepping up 1,800 metres for the first time.
Yeah, he's been in super form since being transferred to Chris's Rose Hill stable. He ran 4th last start. It was a funny race. There was a tearaway leader in the race, and from a wide draw, he got a long way back. He actually broke the track record on that day, but he was closing late over the 1,500 metres. A really good run from him. I do think that stepping up to the 1,800 metres is suitable. Chris did have him also entered into a 1,500 metre race, but he's chosen the 1,800 metre option. Once again, he is likely to get back from an outside barrier with Kieran McAvoy in the saddle. His chances will be dependent on what tempo is in the race, but I do think if they run along up front, I think he can be finishing the race off strongly, and I do really look forward to seeing him stepping up to 1,800 metres.
Great. And then who does a drum roll? Myself?
Yeah, you do that.
Yeah, bet of the week, Matt.
Yeah, so the bet of the week. I've been researching and ringing and asking a lot of questions of people about the bet of the week. I've done my own research as well. I haven't left it all up to one of our trainers, but in race 1 at Ellerslie tomorrow, Pierina, I know the stable are very confident with him tomorrow. Paying $2.70, so a bit short on the tote, but small fish are sweet, as they say. And I do think that Pierina is a very, very good winning chance at Ellerslie tomorrow. And also, I do think that Mighty Aslan, as I said earlier, is a very good chance at good odds also in the last race at Ellerslie. So good luck if you are having a bet tomorrow.
Great. And you're going to give us the Doug Bosma sign out?
Yeah, what's that? Is it a salute or a peace sign or something?
It's a gang sign, isn't it?
Yeah. So hopefully people have enjoyed this. Albert will maybe back next week. If not, we'll probably look at doing the same thing again. But all the best to everyone, and good luck for the weekend's racing.
Bye.
Thanks, Chopper.
Away in 3rd spot. Just a horse ridden up 4th. They're followed by Hume. To the outside, Foxy Rocket, and they're followed then by Edenvale, Carluka, and Wairiri Falls is the widest, but still with some work to do. Budwar kicks back at Atherton. Montserrat's coming at them on the outside. Wairiri Falls is leaving it late, and Carluka's threaded through. Montserrat's taken a narrow lead. Carluka, and look at Wairiri Falls, has come from last, storms over the top of them. Wairiri Falls